What's up, MuchMusic fam? I'm Sade, and I'm here with Toronto's very own SadBoi.
Hi.
Hi.
Give me my love, not leaving me numb. Give me my pussy, can't take it back. Give me my heart, how did I get so attached?
Oh my god, I love your grills.
Thank you.
What's on it? Like, what's the design?
SadBoi.
Oh, it is? Oh my god. Hopefully we can like zoom into that. That's sick.
Yes, that's SadBoi.
How often is it that you meet people and they think you're gonna be a guy?
Ooh, damn. You know, it's so funny. I actually just had this conversation the other day because someone was saying that they were like mentioning me, and then they went on my page and was like, oh, she's a female. I think it happens all the time, but I think like a lot of people just don't like say anything, like to me, but like you can tell they're like caught off guard. But I kind of liked it. I feel like it makes people uncomfortable.
How would you describe what it means to be a sad boy or sad girl?
Well, for me, I think it honestly, I think everyone takes it a different way, but like for me, like my name actually came from me dating someone that was like a sad boy and broke my heart. So like it wasn't meant to be like an empowerment thing, to be honest with you. It was just like me taking like heartbreak and I just like put it in my music and I just kept calling him sad boy. And I just kept talking about this one person for like 2 years straight. And I was just like, I'm gonna change my name to SadBoi. But like along like, as time went by and I kind of like grew like from the situation, I feel like it kind of turned into like an empowerment thing. Honestly, I would just say it's just about like being a female standing on business.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, having your way, but also being okay with being vulnerable and getting your heart broken. Because I feel like that's part of the process.
I think that happens a lot with certain terms where it starts off as something seemingly negative, but it's like, okay, well, this is who I am or this is what I've been through, so I'm gonna just stand on business, like you said, and just take this and make it empower me or like empower others, so that it's not like such a negative thing.
Yeah, I think that was like a big thing for me as well. I think like when I like look back at that time, I was like, the music that I loved that I created was when I was most vulnerable, when I was actually like, so I write music in my washroom. So like I'd be in my,
Why your washroom?
Because like, I mean, I can fit in the sink. So
You can fit in the sink?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So like, oh my God. So basically like, oh my God, I have to explain this. So
Okay.
you know how you have your washroom sink? I go in the sink and I sit in the sink.
Right.
And I blast music on the
The
speakers.
like
the beats.
faucet or like the pipe isn't like sticking out?
No, I feel like because I'm so
big?
like small, like
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of like
Yeah.
get away with it. But I sit in the sink and I blast beats. And I think like honestly, I feel like my washroom is like my safe place. It's so weird. Like I'll be on the phone and be in the washroom. Like I don't even be on the toilet. But like if I answer the phone, I'm in the washroom.
Is it just like acoustics of the bathroom?
I don't know what
But
it
it's like
is.
it's the fact that I guess the bathroom is the place that's the most private in a sense.
Yeah, maybe it's just that.
Yeah.
Maybe. But like I was like writing music in my washroom and I would write like whatever I was going through. And the music that I loved that I created was the stuff that actually like I was talking about what I had going on, and it wasn't even, you know, about me getting lit with my friends. It was just like that deep stuff, but at the time I just kept dropping music that kind of, you know, didn't really show what I was going through. So yeah, I don't know why I brought that up. I kind of like lost track, to be honest with you. I feel like my ADHD kind of kicked in for a
No,
second.
don't worry. No, you led us down a path that it's like now
Yeah, I
people
think I
know
was
you write
basically
music.
trying to say that it was just about me like owning it and being like, damn, like I'm actually going through this. Because I feel like for the longest time, I was going through so much and people would be like, oh my God, you're so lit, da, 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 da. And I'd be like, oh my God, I'm like crying on the inside. Like I go home and play sad music.
Yeah.
Like I don't be turning up. Like,
Okay.
you know, so I think it's just about me, like, you know, being comfortable with that and just expressing it. I feel like it was a good thing I did that too.
Yeah, and it's like you always find an audience for that. Like no matter what you think is something that feels so solitary, you'll find an audience for it, and there's other people going through similar things.
Yeah, for sure.
Who would you say is like top 3 sad boy, sad girls in music that you listen to?
I would definitely say Emery, BB Tricks, and Baby Sosa.
For me, it's like Lana Del Rey. I think she's like the ultimate sad girl. The Weeknd. And a lot of people say that a lot, like The Weeknd and Lana Del Rey's songs sounds like they're talking to each other because they're so dark and toxic. And then XXX Tentacion, I never can say his name.
You know, it's funny that you say Lana Del Rey because I feel like throughout elementary school, Lana Del Rey was like a big part of like my whole life.
Do you have a favorite song by her?
Young and Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this is such a Toronto question, but what ends are you from?
Where am I from?
What ends? Yeah, in Toronto. Weston Road flows.
Western Road flows, I did this shit for my nigga Rennie.
That's so funny. You know what's so funny? It's funny because Americans don't be knowing, like, obviously they don't know Toronto like that, right? So when you say, like, Weston Road, they're like, oh my God, like Drake, Weston Road
that's all they
flows?
know.
That's all they know.
Yeah, and you're also Jamaican and Antiguan.
Yes.
So I know like the Jamaican culture, like I'm also Jamaican, so the Jamaican culture is so ingrained in a lot of Toronto communities. How has it been for you growing up with that like Toronto culture mixed with your Caribbean culture?
Honestly, I feel like it's been like a blessing. I feel like I've been introduced to like so much just because of that. I feel like growing up in Toronto has helped me a lot, even with my music. I feel like it's inspired me in so many different ways. Even like the sounds that I'm attracted to, like production-wise.
How would you describe Toronto nightlife? Because I feel like everyone says it's kind of lacking, especially compared to the States.
I mean, like when I was in high school, I went out a lot. Like I always used to hang out like on Queen and Dufferin, Apartment 200, Bambi, Bobby Bowen. Who else was there? Nino. I think like honestly, growing up, I really looked up to them.
Right.
Because I feel like they opened so many doors.
I think so too.
Especially for the alternative kids. And like even like the outcasts, because I didn't have friends like that.
Right.
And then it wasn't until like middle of high school I started going out when like I moved downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
So yeah, just being a part of everything that they were doing.
How would you compare it to Atlanta? I just came back from Atlanta. Like, it was
Did you
my
like
first
it?
time. I did. I went
Be
for.
honest, did you actually like it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you go to the club?
I did. I went to the bank.
I
It's
don't
like a
know what it is.
big,
Was
big
it
club.
good?
Yeah, it was because I went for the Halloween weekend and I went for like an anime
Okay, you went
convention.
during a good time.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people were out there. There was the music festival, One Music Festival, the 50 years of hip hop
Oh
one.
yeah.
So it was around that time. So a lot of people were out there. It was really fun. So you don't think
I love
it's the same
Atlanta.
vibe? Yeah.
I really do love Atlanta. I feel like, you know, I feel like Atlanta's really lit. Really, really, really lit.
Yeah.
Moving to Atlanta, I got addicted to like hookah. I love hookah. I got
Yeah, all they
introduced
do
to
is
that.
smoke hookah out there.
Yes, everywhere
Yeah.
you go, there's hookah. It's interesting because I feel like I was spoiled in a way growing up in Toronto. Like you're introduced to so much. Being in Atlanta, like for example, food. Like it's kind of hard to find Caribbean food spots.
Yeah.
So I think like even going to clubs, I don't really hear like a variety of music.
They don't have a lot of Caribbean music.
No.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's like there's like pros and cons. You know.
With most things. So.
Yeah,
That's true.
but like overall, I love Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like, I be telling my friends to come all the time, and then we get lit. Like I love it.
Yeah.
The people are really, really nice as well. Like super nice.
So I wanted to know, even though your name is SadBoi, what are a few things that make you happy?
I was gonna say something, but it like, you know those ones where like you're like thinking something, but like it's like funny to you, but like it's not funny out loud. So it's just, like,
yeah.
a
So you're
joke.
like, maybe it's not gonna hit as hard.
Yeah,
but
it's
go
not
ahead.
gonna hit.
It might.
It's not gonna hit the
It
same
might.
anymore. I'll just
It
keep
might,
it in my
though.
head. My dogs, my friends and family, and bike riding. I got a bike in the summer, and everyone was just like, "Oh, look at you bike riding," and I was like,
You're like, yeah.
"Yeah."
That's my
Ramen
thing.
makes me happy.
Really?
I love ramen. I
Yeah.
eat ramen like 4 times a week.
4 times a week is kind of crazy. That's kind of wild. I don't know about
like
that.
I make that serious.
Do you have a specific place?
Yeah, in Atlanta, there's a spot I go to. I'm not gonna say it because then I don't want people going because it's
Yeah.
like a low-key spot.
Okay, so you're just gatekeeping it right now. That's
yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna gatekeep it.
But can you tell me? You'll tell me
Yeah,
later.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
But it's really, really, really good.
Thank you for joining us here today. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on everything so far, being
Thank
on tour
you.
right now with Black. And you have your show tonight.
Yes.
Can't wait to see.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Much love.